Tonight, breaking news, the Northeast storms, the home engulfed in flames, the rescues by boat, also the massive home explosion, several members of a family pulled from the debris, including children. And breaking news as we come on, will Donald Trump be kept off the ballot in a key battleground state? What the court just decided. First tonight, the rescues in the Northeast, the deadly storms, the home up in flames, surrounded by water. Hundreds of thousands without power tonight. Search teams looking for victims swept away while riding in their car. And tonight, the new storm now threatening holiday travel. Rob Marciano is here. The powerful house explosion, the home-leveled debris raining down on the neighborhood. 4 members of the family pulled from the debris, including the children, and rushed to the hospital. The warning tonight, Victor Oquendo on the scene in Florida. Breaking news as we come on tonight involving Donald Trump. Will he be kept off the ballot in the key battleground state of Colorado? What that state's Supreme Court just decided, and what, if anything, can Donald Trump do about it? The new images coming in, the volcano erupting in Iceland, the fast-moving lava. Concerns tonight about the possible toxic gas. Marcus Moore in Iceland. Tonight, the new attacks, Iranian-backed militants launching attacks on commercial ships in the Red Sea. It comes just hours after the U.S. and several other nations revealed their new task force to try to protect these ships. Britt Clennett reporting tonight. Here in the U.S., the issue of immigration. This evening, Texas Governor Greg Abbott signing a law taking arrests into his own hands, giving state and local police the power. Tonight, critics calling the law unconstitutional. Maria Villarreal in Texas. The Jeffrey Epstein case tonight in New York City, the federal judge ordering the unsealing of documents naming dozens of Jeffrey Epstein's associates. The heated confrontation, the NYPD escorting actor Alec Baldwin away from a crowd of pro-Palestinian protesters. The funeral today for former Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor, the first woman justice on the bench. And Made in America is back tonight.
Do you already have your list?
Our 12th year in every corner of the country this year.
Hey, David.
Hi, David. Hi, David.
Oprah's back too tonight. All new ideas in time for Christmas.
Made in America!
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening as we come on the air in the West tonight. It's great to have you with us on a very busy Tuesday night. We have several breaking stories. The massive house explosion, several members of a family, including children, pulled from the rubble, raced to the hospital, and now the warning. Also, the breaking news tonight on Donald Trump just in. Will he be kept off the ballot in Colorado? That state Supreme Court says yes. So what can Donald Trump now do about this? We do begin tonight with the rescues in the Northeast amid these deadly storms, at least 5 dead. And there are still those who are missing, too. Their cars swept away by rushing waters. In Lincoln Park, New Jersey, firefighters struggling to reach a home engulfed in flames, surrounded by water, the home burning right up to that water line. Flood rescues by boat in Wayne, New Jersey. Late today, families urged to evacuate. In a flooded neighborhood in Paterson, New Jersey, first responders getting to people in desperate need. In New Hampshire tonight, roads washed out, the Plymouth Fire Department closing down streets. And with temperatures plunging tonight, the lake effect snow across multiple states. These images tonight from Rochester, New York. And now the new storm set to affect holiday travel. Senior meteorologist Rob Marciano times it out, and Trevor Ault tonight on the rescues.
Tonight, rivers raging and rising out of their banks across the Northeast, flooding new neighborhoods after a powerful storm slammed the region. First responders going door to door in Little Falls late today, evacuating trapped families, using boats to take residents to higher ground in Wayne. In Lincoln Park, a home surrounded by 4 feet of floodwater engulfed in flames.
This fire has been burning basically unchecked now for at least 45 minutes.
Firefighters in high water vehicles barely able to get close enough to reach the fire. And not far away in Paterson, first responders seen carrying a person from a flooded home on a stretcher.
This was apparently a dialysis patient that needed some medical attention. The house was surrounded by floodwaters.
South of Boston in Scituate, Massachusetts, a race to restore power.
Right now, getting the schools back on is our top priority, as well as our water treatment plant is still on generator power.
Residents filling gas cans for their generators. Cafe owner Mary Ellen Stoddard throwing away spoiled food.
This is a tough week for this to happen. It's tough anytime it happens, but Christmas week is brutal.
And it's not over. Authorities in Lewiston, Maine ordering evacuations there late today. In the town of Mexico, authorities still searching for 2 people after their car was swept away Monday. Maine's governor declaring a state of emergency for 14 counties. The death toll from the storms rising to at least 5 across multiple states.
And David, here in New Jersey, these are the Great Falls with the Passaic River really rushing over it. This river is not expected to crest through the rest of the night, and this whole area is going to be in major flood stage through tomorrow. David? That
river says it all. Trevor Ault tonight. Trevor, thank you. Let's get right to senior meteorologist Rob Marciano tracking this and the new storm he's watching as well. Hey, Rob.
Hi, David. The Passaic, not the only river that's still in flood stage. We got dozens of rivers across the Northeast that are still overflowing. Most of these should crest and then recede heading into the weekend. But we got flood watches out now for the West Coast. This big storm coming in to Northern California tonight will slide down south slowly, but those numbers will add up, and we'll see wind gusts at 60 miles an hour. Thursday might be the highest impact day. That's the busiest air travel day of the year. And look at some of these numbers, 3 to 5 inches of rainfall. Los Angeles up through Santa Barbara, maybe even more than that, maybe 4 to 8 in some of the mountainous areas. And because of that, they're saying that there's a high potential for seeing rock and mudslide activity through at least Friday. So a high impact storm for the west. Here in the east, we're recovering from ours. We head into a dry weekend. David?
Rob Marciano with us again tonight. Rob, thank you. We turn now to the breaking news involving former President Donald Trump. The state Supreme Court in Colorado at this hour ruling that Trump cannot be on that state's primary ballot because of the role they believe he played on January 6th. So tonight, what, if anything, can Donald Trump do about it? Let's get right to ABC's Mola Lenghi, who is live in Colorado tonight with late reporting. Mola?
Well, David, this is a first-of-its-kind ruling. The Colorado Supreme Court determining that former President Donald Trump is ineligible to be on Colorado's Republican primary ballot next year because of his efforts to overturn that 2020 election. The court accepted the argument that Trump engaged in insurrection in violation of the 14th Amendment. Lawsuits like this have come before courts in 7 states, but this is the first time that President Trump has been deemed ineligible for office. But as you can imagine, David, this is not the final word. The Trump campaign calling this ruling deeply undemocratic tonight, adding that they will swiftly appeal this ruling to the United States Supreme Court, David.
It is a significant and historic ruling, and the Trump campaign at this hour saying they will, in fact, appeal it. Mola Lenghi with late reporting from Colorado. Mola, thank you. In the meantime, we turn now to the powerful house explosion in West Park, Florida, near Fort Lauderdale. A family of 4, including 2 children, pulled from the debris alive and then rushed to the hospital. A doorbell camera capturing the moment of the blast. You can see it right there. Today, the images of the destruction, the home reduced to rubble, neighboring homes damaged as well. And now the warning tonight for others. ABC's Victor Oquendo on the scene.
Tonight, authorities are investigating what caused a massive gas explosion that leveled this home south of Fort Lauderdale.
The house is completely gone.
Doorbell cameras capturing a blast so powerful, it blew a nearby door right off its hinges and sent a giant fireball into the night sky. Witnesses say it sounded like a bomb.
A big bang, like as if a car ran into the house.
That home, now a pile of rubble. The 4 people inside, including 2 children, made it out alive, with broken bones and burns, some with life-threatening injuries.
I hear the loud noise.
A big boom?
Big boom. Boom! Boom! Shaking all the house, all the windows, all the doors.
Officials suspect the explosion was caused by propane, but they're still investigating.
The home was completely destroyed. It appeared to be by some type of gas.
Just yesterday, a propane explosion killed 1 woman at this hotel in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. And last week, another person was injured in a home explosion nearby that officials suspect was also caused by a propane gas leak. And David, experts warn against storing propane containers indoors. You can also get your system checked for leaks and install propane detectors. Investigators will be out here on the scene first thing tomorrow morning, working to determine a cause. David?
Victor Oquendo, what a horrific scene just days before the holiday there. Victor, thank you. We turn to the other disaster scene tonight, the natural disaster overseas. The stunning new images coming in of that massive volcanic eruption in Iceland. The fast-moving lava, the evacuations, and now concerns about possible toxic gas as far as the capital of Reykjavík. ABC's Marcus Moore from Iceland tonight.
Tonight, the growing concern over toxic gas moving over Iceland's capital city as new dramatic images show the fast-moving lava spewing from the ground, lighting up the night sky. Explosions of magma hurling the molten rock into the air. The country's meteorological office measuring more than 300 earthquakes since the eruption late Monday night. We were led through the charred and rocky terrain.
In the distance, you see more fresh lava spewing out of the ground. The crack in the ground there stretches for about 2.5 miles.
For the moment, we're grounded.
Andy Jones, returning from a 50th birthday trip, captured this video at the Reykjavík airport.
We're waiting on the runway.
Officials say while the fissure had grown rapidly, the eruption is stabilizing and doesn't present a threat to life.
Worst thing ever is that you don't know what's going on, what will happen tomorrow.
The lava now flowing away from a nearby geothermal power plant and a small fishing town of Reykjavík, evacuated last month following large cracks that split roads in two.
And David, officials said not only was the crack in the ground bigger than they were expecting, but also the speed at which that lava was moving was faster than anticipated. And while that small town and power plant remain unaffected tonight, they are still not yet in the clear. David.
Marcus Moore near Reykjavík tonight. Marcus, thank you. Tonight, we're also following the new attacks. Iranian-backed militants taking aim yet again on commercial ships in the Red Sea. It comes just hours after the U.S. announced it was now leading an international naval task force with several nations. ABC's Britt Clennett tonight from Israel.
Tonight, Iran-backed Houthi rebels in Yemen launching 2 more attacks on commercial ships in the Red Sea, just as the U.S. announced a naval task force to counter the threat. The U.S. joining 9 countries to escort vessels passing through the crucial trade route after major companies, including oil giant BP, paused operations.
Bottom line is, these attacks have to stop. They need to stop. They're unacceptable. The United States, our allies and our partners, will do what we have to do to counter these threats and to protect these ships.
But the Houthis vowing further attacks in retaliation for Israel's war in Gaza. And David, another hostage video released tonight. These images showing Gadi Moses and Elad Katzir, who were kidnapped on October 7th. And tonight, Prime Minister Netanyahu met with hostage families, saying their release is his highest mission. David.
Britt Clennett in Tel Aviv. Britt, thank you. Meantime, back here in the U.S. tonight into the battle over the border. Tonight, Texas Governor Greg Abbott signing a new law taking arrests into his own hands, allowing state and local police in Texas to arrest migrants suspected of crossing illegally into the U.S. Tonight, the critics who say this is unconstitutional, and ABC's Maria Villarreal from Texas tonight.
Tonight, with a record high number of migrants funneling through the southern border, Texas Governor Greg Abbott signing a new law allowing migrants suspected of crossing illegally to be arrested and ordered deported by the state.
Biden's deliberate inaction has left Texas to fend for itself.
Under the law, once in custody, migrants could be deported or prosecuted, facing up to 6 months in jail or 20 years in prison for repeat offenses.
The goal of Senate Bill 4 is to stop the tidal wave of illegal entry into Texas.
The Texas law immediately challenged as unconstitutional by the ACLU, saying it encourages racial profiling, can lead to family separations, and can deny migrants the chance to request asylum.
This is an extreme law that will not and does not make the communities in Texas safer. It just doesn't.
There is an undeniable crisis at the border. Sources telling ABC News Customs and Border Protection encountered more than 12,600 migrants Monday, a daily record high, apprehending 11,000 outside legal ports of entry, the highest daily total in more than 2 decades. The strain on U.S. resources unprecedented. CBP closing rail crossings in El Paso and Eagle Pass, shifting personnel to counter the surge.
We're facing severe challenges right now.
And David, this law could go into effect as early as March, but critics say it is the federal government, not the state, that should be policing the border. Still, Governor Abbott says that he will take this all the way to the Supreme Court if he has to. David?
Maria Villarreal tonight in Dallas. Maria, thank you. We turn now to the funeral for former Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor, the first woman justice on the High Court. Honored at the National Cathedral in Washington, President Biden, dignitaries, and all 9 current justices were there. President Biden remembering her as a trailblazer who, quote, empowered generations of women in every part of American life. Chief Justice John Roberts saying, as the first ever, Justice O'Connor learned to ignore slights and work to bring people together. Her motto, he said, was get it done. Justice O'Connor died earlier this month at the age of 93. When we come back here tonight, here in New York City, a major turn in the Jeffrey Epstein case, a federal judge ordering the unsealing of documents naming dozens of Epstein's associates, and Alec Baldwin escorted by the NYPD after a heated confrontation over Israel's war with Hamas. Tonight in New York City, a federal judge ordering the unsealing of documents expected to reveal the names of dozens of Jeffrey Epstein's associates. The documents are part of Virginia Giuffre's settled lawsuit against Epstein's former girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell. Giuffre claimed she was sexually abused and trafficked by Epstein with help from Maxwell. More than 150 names are set to be made public the first week of January, including, authorities say, alleged co-conspirators. When we come back here tonight, Alec Baldwin confronted by demonstrators on the streets of New York, the NYPD then escorting him. And Made in America Christmas is back tonight. The new items made right here. Oprah's here, too, in time for Christmas. To the Index, and tonight, the images of actor Alec Baldwin escorted away by the NYPD following a heated confrontation over the Israel-Hamas war. Baldwin was standing beside pro-Palestinian supporters demonstrating near Herald Square in Manhattan last night. A protester asking Baldwin if he condemns Israel. Baldwin saying, "You ask stupid questions." The two then yelling at each other, police then quickly moving in and moving Baldwin away from the area. When we come back here tonight, we asked for your one thing, and we promised to keep going. So tonight we're back with another new list of Made in America gifts in time for Christmas. Finally tonight here, less than a week left until Christmas, and we promised to keep going, and so did you. Your new ideas, and Oprah's too. Tonight, our great Made in America Christmas, our 12th year.
Look at this beauty.
Celebrating American companies, the small businesses, the farmers across this country.
We've got to support our farmers.
Absolutely. I'm 100% behind that.
And with Christmas now less than a week away, from Waynesboro, Virginia.
Hey, David.
To Pompano Beach, Florida, to Omaha, Nebraska, we have been across this country. So many companies saying they can still deliver in time.
Aloha, David.
Well, hi, David.
We asked for your one thing, and we heard from so many of you, and Oprah.
Hi, David. It is that time of year again. Your Made in America and my favorite things.
Oprah's favorite things made in America. Kyrie's Cookies in Georgia.
Happy holidays from Kyrie's Cookies.
Thank you, David.
In New York, the nail polish company Dear Sundays.
We are very proud to introduce Sunday's product as Oprah's favorite thing. Thank you so much, David.
Hi, David.
And hi, Oprah.
And the Point Reyes Farmstead Cheese Company in California. Their Cheese Celebration Collection.
Made in America.
And tonight here, Oprah's back. Because she had so many ideas, we kept going. With just days left, the kind of ideas that make you say,
why didn't I think of that idea?
Ideas including Micosina in California. You've met them here before. They're aprons made out of denim. And since we first reported on them 2 years ago.
David and Oprah, I want to thank you so much for your support. We couldn't have done it without you.
Founder and CEO, Ubi Simpson.
At Micosina, we've actually tripled in sales since the last time we met.
Jesus Sewing, Claudia with their latest designs, making 100 aprons a day.
Have a Merry, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Cheers, guys.
In Brooklyn, New York.
Hi, David.
Ashley Rouse, founder of Trade Street Jam Company.
Our favorite things gift set. This set includes our sour cherry ginger jam, our smoked yellow peach jam, and our tried and true strawberry chipotle and fig jam.
The taste test.
Full of tart cherries, vanilla bean paste, and loads of fresh ginger. This one tastes like a summer barbecue. A bite of chipotle at the end makes it a little spicy.
30 workers, more than 30,000 jars of jam every year. Ashley, proud to be made in America.
Not only do we know everything that's going into our jars, but we're also buying ingredients and employing people in our local communities. We still have plenty of jam left, so grab your gifts now. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
And in New York City tonight,
hi, David.
Lyle Richards and his company, Isle of Us.
Come on in.
His idea, the holiday cookie kits for Hanukkah and Christmas.
They're 8 freshly baked cookies, freshly made icing, 3 different types of sprinkles. They're perfect to do with your family, they're perfect to do with your friends.
The cookie cutters, the green icing, the cookies fresh out of the oven.
This used to be a family tradition of ours, so we started doing it so we could share it with the whole world.
Thanks, David, and thanks, Oprah. Made in America.
This year, so many gifts helping to create American jobs.
What's better than that? Made in America.
So many small businesses, so many farmers tonight saying the same thing.
Made in America!
Well, we love your ideas. We love Made in America, and Oprah's too. I'll see you right back here tomorrow. Good night.
From America's #1 news comes the all-new ABC News app. If you love being in the know, you're going to love this. Experience the all-new ABC News app. Download it now.